I'm saying to you, your way's not working. And whether you say it's a lagging indicator or whatever your argument is, Mississippi now has, if it were its own country, the second worst per capita death rate in the world, behind only Peru. And I'm saying, are you going to try to do anything to change that? And I'm not hearing an answer. Mississippi this week became the state with the worst number of coronavirus deaths per capita. If Mississippi were its own country, you would be second in the world only to Peru in terms of deaths per capita. That's a horrible, horrible, heartbreaking statistic. So with all due respect, Governor, your way is failing. Are you going to try to change anything to change this horrible statistic from what you're doing already?
Yeah, well, obviously, in Mississippi, our legislature is a part-time legislature. Sometimes I wonder if in America, if our Congress was part-time, we wouldn't be in a better position. But let's talk a little bit about
better position than what?
And where we are with the virus.
Second worst in the world. I mean, how can you say that?
Let's talk about where we are and why. Well, Jake, let's talk about where we are and why we are there. In large part, just like the summer of 2020, it was the Sun Belt states that saw the initial surge from the Delta variant. We saw a very quick spike, and now we're seeing a very quick decline in the total number of cases. The question here is not about what we do in Mississippi, it's what this president is trying to impose upon the American worker. The president very much wants you and everyone else to believe that this is a fight between politicians. The reality is this is an attack by the president on hardworking Americans and hardworking Mississippians who he wants to choose between getting a jab in their arm and their ability to feed their families. The number one thing that you can do is you can talk to your doctor about getting vaccinated. The number two thing is if you get the virus, and this is very important, if you get the virus, please talk to your doctor about the monoclonal
So you're not doing
antibody
anything.
treatment.
I'm saying to you, your way's not working. And I'm saying, are you going to try to do anything to change that? And I'm not hearing an answer.
Well, what I have said to you repeatedly, Jake, is that Mississippi has taken action. Mississippi has seen a significant uptick in the total number of Mississippians that have gotten the vaccine. We've seen our case numbers have fallen dramatically in the last 2 weeks. And so ultimately, as I have said, deaths, unfortunately, is a lagging indicator. We've seen cases, again, cut in half in Mississippi. In these other states that you refuse to talk about, perhaps because they have Democrat governors, you don't want to talk about them. But the reality is that you and the president and so many other people want to make this about politics.
The governor of West Virginia is a Republican.
This virus is not just attacking Republicans in red states. What we ought to be talking about is what can we do to minimize the deaths going forward. The president's not focused on saving lives. The president is focused on taking unilateral action to show his power, to show that he's doing something, but that's not going to solve things.
Okay. The governor of West Virginia is a Republican, but Governor Tate Reeves, I'm obviously not going to have a governor come on to talk about other states. I'm going to talk about your state, but we hope that the case rate continues to go down and that the death rate follows and also goes down.